I want to talk about this book entitled Enrique's Journey by the author Sonia Nazario. Now, this book, I chose this book because it really is a eye-opener to the immigration situation in our country today. Now, this book was written much longer ago and actually takes place in 2000, but it still is prevalent today, and also because of the the aspect of family in this whole book is truly riveting and truly, to me, is inspirational. So now I would design this book for possibly 8th grade, but most likely into the high school because of its violent content. It is about migrant workers, so has a tendency to be a lot more violent. So now, summary takes place primarily in Enrique's main character's town of in Honduras, and takes you all the way through Guadalupe, then Mexico, and then finally the United States as part of the setting. The poor atmosphere of Honduras is what leads Lourdes, Enrique's mother, to travel all the way to the United States, like many immigrants do, to establish a better life for her son. So the first major event, obviously, is Lourdes leaving her son Enrique behind at the age of 5 in 1989. Then second major event is his uncle Marcos, who gets killed by during a business transaction when Enrique is living with him, and this pushes Enrique to make the journey on his own because of his love for his mother, and also anger and also his loneliness that only a mother can fulfill at this point in his life. The other major event is Enrique finally gets to, in his 8th attempt to cross the border. Yeah, his 8th attempt. I want to repeat that and stress that. To get to the border, he is finally reunited with his mother in North Carolina after 11 years being away from her. So the main character is obviously Enrique himself, and goes through his point of view and his story, and then goes through Lourdes' story back in the United States as the two main characters of this novel. Now Enrique changes from a child of bitterness. He grows up bitter because his mother left him, to one of hopefulness and to a man during this journey. Now, if I had not mentioned this before, what I'm talking about is the Beast. Now, the Beast is a train that goes all the way from Honduras all the way to the United States-Mexican border that many thousands of migrants take every single year. And that is the only way to get to the United States, or at least the quickest and hopefully safest way for them, because they do not have money to take planes and obviously anything else. So the setting is very poor country, very poor town of Tegucigalpa, which is Enrique's hometown, where people live less than $1 a day. And that was what forces Lourdes and Enrique to move to the United States. So now, the passage I want to read to you guys about this book is Enrique finally gets to North Carolina. His stepdad, other dad, I should say, drives him to the front door, and this is the scene where he finally meets his mother again after 11 years. So, Enrique runs. His feet zigzag down two narrow, brown panel hallways. He opens a door. Inside, the room is cluttered, dark. On a queen-size bed, under a window draped with lace curtains, his mother is asleep. He jumps squarely onto the bed next to her. He gives her a hug, then a kiss. "You are here, mi hijo." "I'm here," he says. I chose that passage because it represents Enrique's perseverance. After 7 attempts, he still didn't give up, and he still continued to find his mother. And that is why family is so important to this culture, because they're willing to do anything, including many mothers leaving their children from the rundown places they live to try to make a better life, no matter what the cost, no matter what the cost to their lives or to their children's lives. So Enrique and Lourdes are one of the lucky ones to actually make it all the way to the United States and establish a life for themselves that they can be proud of. So in closing, I would tell my students that why they should be interested is because look at your family and ask yourself, what do you do for your family? And then I want you to look at this book and say, look at what he does and look what Lord does. Well, look at what this community, look what these Latino people do for their family. And this is just one of thousands of examples out there. And I really want to stress thousands because it is a unique community that I want to bring to the classroom. So all I have left to say is buenas noches or good night.